Probably the most anticipated and what I think is the best release of 2026 is coming in the next, I think, few months, most likely September, October. And it might not be the device you hoped I was going to talk about today. It's actually the Apple TV 4K that came out in 2022. Well, they've been teasing a refresher for a while, and we now know it's pretty much officially coming. We also have new information on it, what it's going to include, and some of the big feature changes coming. Also, probably most important, price point. We're going to talk about that as well. So if you enjoy this kind of content, subscribe down below. I try to help people like you save money on streaming services and learn about the newest devices. Let's get to it. So first off, I wanted to do a quick reminder of the current Apple TV box and some of the specs that it has right now. So price point wise, the previous devices were $200 or $249 USD respectively. Now the only difference between the two were the amount of storage and the Ethernet or no Ethernet. Most people didn't need 128 gigabytes of storage, but with that being said, having Ethernet was probably the biggest bonus between the two models, in my opinion. Now, this was, of course, a 4K box, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, HDR10 Plus. And the best part about Apple TV, in my opinion, is just how simplified it is. It's probably just in terms of loading apps and installing apps and trying to get to content, overall the fastest. I don't even know if it's close. It's just super responsive. And that's what Apple products are, right? They're responsive. That's what they do best. So we're now starting to get more leaks and more information regarding the release of this brand new Apple TV. And this is because of the reference to Apple TV OS 27 beta, which one of the main features is going to be Apple Intelligence's Siri AI. And so this is the speculation behind it is essentially why they haven't released it yet, which we kind of expected it last year, was because they knew that they were going to need a more powerful system. They're going to need to get the tech right in order to run Siri AI. And that's also why they never updated to TV OS in the previous Apple TV models. It's a big reason behind it. Now, we also might know what chip it's going to be running. So it's potentially the N1, which is found inside the iPhone 17 series, the iPad Pro M5, the Air M4, and there's references of it inside of tvOS 27, which can only really relate to the Apple TV 4K, which makes us think this is going to run the N1 chip, which is pretty powerful overall. Now, there was another rumor around the chipset that it could be the A17 Pro, which was inside the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max. So that is another potential possibility, although, like they said, there was no reference of it in tvOS 27 beta, which makes us think, yeah, it most likely is this N1 chip that's going to be inside of it. Now, in terms of storage, this is a very good question, which isn't answered here. We don't know how much storage it's going to have in terms of 64, 128. My guess, my thinking overall is they might release a 256 model, but because it's a TV device, I don't think many people fill these up. I don't think so. Maybe they do, but I don't know. I don't do anything but stream on it. So most likely we still can expect a 64 and 128 option and probably a very similar format. However, we do have a few other upgrades that are now known. So let me get to these. So if it is in fact this N1 chip, then we can also expect Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6 to be included as well. Now, this would be the first device that I know of that runs Wi-Fi 7. But just like Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 6E, you will need a compatible router. So even if they do boost up to Wi-Fi 7, it's just frankly not very helpful for most people and won't make a big difference unless you actually have a compatible system. So that really isn't that big of a deal. In terms of Bluetooth 6, that should allow for farther Bluetooth connections, stronger connections, but otherwise it shouldn't make that big of a difference as well for the average person unless you have a whole Apple smart system, which most people don't. I don't know. My ecosystem is definitely not Apple, except for I was trying to lift my phone up there, my phone. That's pretty much the only thing. Now, the other parts that are heavily mentioned is the Suri AI, and this is where some of the big changes come. So, this is what the kind of rumors are in terms of expected inclusions. So, let's go up here. Suri AI, and we talked about this before. That's part of the reason why it's been delayed, and also part of the reason why tvOS 27 is most likely not going to come to your previous Apple TV model, just not powerful enough. They're expecting a revised remote. This is probably going to be a very small change. The remote is always very, let me grab it. I actually have it over here. So this is the current Apple TV remote right here. I actually really like the Apple TV remote. It's simple. It has a USB-C plug-in. It's thin, maybe not the most comfortable, but my guess is maybe a slight change on the side buttons. Like we could see the volume move to the side instead of just this smart talk button right here, like your Siri button. Uh, you might see some shortcut buttons on the bottom. The reason why I say this is companies love to do this because they usually get money, I believe, from the companies for these kind of partnerships, like a Netflix shortcut. I'm not 100% sure on that one because Apple is pretty simplistic, but I could see there being shortcut buttons on the bottom. Ideally, it's just two customizable shortcut buttons, like a 1 and a 2, that we can do it. But I could also see them adding shortcut buttons. Other than that, I believe the style of the remote's going to stay relatively the same. I can't see them making a huge change there. My remote's dead. I should charge that. And the last thing is more Apple intelligent features. So I think just with Siri AI, they're trying to, make everything a little bit smarter. So I think you'll see some more smart integration. And it really depends on what Apple TV OS 27 looks like. And that's what I'm really excited for is what kind of major changes they add as well. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on the Apple TV 4K, which should be coming out this fall, most likely announced with Apple's release launch, usually the iPhone. So we'll see what happens. They also have a foldable phone that should be launching, so that's kind of cool. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. When this comes out, are you going to be picking one of these up? I think, oh, we didn't talk about price. Price is very important. So I did want to mention price as well. In terms of price, I think it's going to go up a little bit. I think we could see probably a 230 for the cheaper model and closer to 300 for the more expensive. In fact, you might just see a $50 increase. And a big part of this is storage, electronics, RAM, everything's just more expensive right now, mainly because of AI trash. And Apple has already raised the prices of all their flagship models. That actually happened today. So all of their I think I don't know if it was just their laptops, but I think their iPads too all went up in price. And so obviously with iPhone, you'll see an increase as well. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. Are you going to pick one of these up, even if it's priced near $300, or is this a miss for you? Subscribe down below. See you guys later.